I'd like to speak now to the psychological cost to our veterans. This is an edited and cleaned up letter that I've written to the VA recently. Okay, as I was going in to be examined by a psychologist down here, Vancouver, VA, for my PTSD. Well, here I am again up in the middle of the night. By the way, I'm sure this could be projected onto probably 25–30%. The Pentagon studies show 17%. I think that's a little low. A lot of studies would quote 30% of the veterans coming back from combat in Iraq are going to be experiencing severe PTSD. A large part of that is because many of the troops were National Guard and not professional soldiers. They have homes, they have jobs here in the community. You know, they didn't join, okay, to be aggressors in Iraq. Here I am again, up in the middle of the night, memories of the poor mangled dead dancing like sugar plums in my head. It's difficult to sleep when you feel like ripping the windpipe out of Bush and Cheney's necks. I've been living with these memories, carrying them around like Jacob Marley with his ponderous chain for over 35 years now, and I'm getting tired. It was bad enough before this arrogant, incompetent, chicken shit, spoiled little brat started the latest idiotic war on terror. The first Gulf War had me puking in the bathroom at work, but it was over pretty quickly. This sorry disaster has been festering like a boil on my butt, full of pus and offering no relief. The steady drip, drip, drip of casualties in KIA every day, starting to feel like Chinese water torture on my head. For years I tried to understand the reasons my comrades and I fought and killed and died in Vietnam. The only reason I could find was the cynical, despicable profit that war industry corporations made over 58,000 of our dead children, and millions more of Vietnamese. The shame of that behavior on the part of our best and brightest. The only hope I could grasp onto was that maybe, just maybe, our government had finally learned the lesson not to send our troops to war unless it was truly in defense of our homes, our communities, our society, and our nation. Yeah. That hope was totally destroyed, along with the slums of Baghdad in March of 2003. Now I'm cast adrift with no hope or reason to hang on to. In general, the citizens of this country don't deserve the troops fighting for them or the freedom they've inherited. I've generally detested the citizens of this nation since the time of my service. Their pampered, selfish, squeaky clean, orderly lives, full of the best of everything, their air of entitlement, their orderly progression up the ladder of social standing, income, and well-being. College boys meeting on the links, talking sports, business cards, and what and who they intend to roast at the next backyard luau. How about a rising chorus of tiki torches at twilight? Well, I piss on their normal suburban lives, on their paychecks and their beautifully groomed yards, their SUVs, their fancy degrees, and I especially piss on their fat-assed fear, their self-righteous, smug sense of comfort and contentment. And if the above sounds like your experience, you, reading this, then I piss on you. All of you who have elevated greed and selfishness to a national American trait, who've established conspicuous consumption as a national characteristic, and who have debased diversity and sacrificed spontaneous joy at the perverted altar of security. I'm angry, depressed, alienated, cynical, ashamed, and getting desperate and violent. I'll skip some of the rest.
No. Go ahead.
That's okay, it gets kind of personal. And, you know, then there's the memories. This was all written with the audience of the VA counselor in mind. But I'll just edit it, I'll just jump to the next part here. It says, I was 19, 20 years old. I had 10 weeks of medic training and sent off to save as many lives as I could. I got paid $220 a month, including $20 extra for flight pay. We saved many lives. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Doctor of Medicine. So let me ask you, Sigmund Freud, how the hell do you think these memories have helped me assimilate socially and occupationally? Do you really think after hundreds of life and death experiences that I gave a rat's ass about what new stores are at the mall when I returned, or going to Disneyland? Apathy reigned supreme among my peers at best. The culture I landed back into reviled military and Vietnam veterans. I kept it a secret as best I could. Booze and grass and morphine were my staff of life. Another little gift from my Uncle Sam, a Demerol habit I picked up during my 5 months in the Army hospital. I was firing up smack until I had a volcano in my left arm. Thank goodness I found LSD. It opened my eyes and cured me of the need for that junk mentally. Physically, it took a little longer, but like they say, free your mind and your ass will follow. Nowadays, every 2-bit cook or paper-pushing clerk is a bona fide hero. Yellow ribbon my ass. So here I am at 56. Hate the world, hate our government, and 95% of the assholes in it. Hate my job, the dean, the bean counters. Really don't have any aspirations or intention or hope of ever fitting into this society again. And you know what? I'm satisfied with the fact that I don't. All I know is that the PTSD that I suffer from is not going away, and that it has royally fucked over my life in general and my day-to-day emotional health specifically. And even at the risk of jeopardizing this evaluation, I resent some textbook, paper-pushing expert on PTSD deciding to what degree I have this lousy condition. You'll never know what it really is until you live with it, Doc. And if it looks ugly to you from the outside, just think of how ugly it looks to me from the inside.
Yeah.
I didn't say that for sympathy or self-aggrandizement. I'm just trying to get it across what our troops are going to be coming back with, the monkey that's going to be on their back for the next 35 years. So you can add that to the cost of this crummy little war.
Yeah.